Good morning, guys. We're actually doing a little install today before we get into the meat of today's video. But today, we finally got the time to install our new definitive license plate frames. So we're going to be taking out this old Z license plate frame, and then we're going to install this little bad boy. This thing comes nicely packaged too, and we'll get into more about the brand later. Now we got this thing all installed. I love the way this thing looks, man. Got the brand definitive underneath and the model of Stay Driven. Now let's get on with today's video. And as always, welcome back to the vlog, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Lance. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe, especially if you guys want to see cool automotive content here in Hawaii. This channel is for you. So we are going to be taking the Z out today. The last time we took the Z out, we found a lot of problems. For one, we don't even have a spout for the windshield wiper fluid reservoir. Two, we needed another oil change. What else did we have to do? We also found our under panels tearing apart. What else? We had an exhaust leak. What else? I think that's about it. So in buying this whole car, I don't think I've ever did a full walk around of this car. So here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna get some coffee, we're gonna get some gas, and then we're gonna do like a full in-depth walk around of the Z. What's on it so far? What are we probably gonna do to it? What are the plans? And I'm gonna be asking you guys as well, what do you guys wanna see with the Z? And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let's get out of here. Check this out, guys. Oh, the lub, I don't know if you guys can hear, but the lub dub of this thing. Oh my God, look at that. That thing is sick.
Hi, welcome. What can I start for you?
Hi, can I get a grande salty cream cold brew?
Okay.
That's it.
571.
Thank you. By the way, if I sound a little congested, guys, I am. I'm not like sick, but just this weather here in Hawaii, it's been super, like, this past week, man, it's been so muggy and just gross. Usually when it's like super muggy and like you just still air, it's about to rain. And finally it rained, and yeah, now I just need to get rid of this nasal congestion. I was gonna say I haven't drank Starbucks in a while, but I just realized I drank Starbucks like 2-3 days ago. But before that, it's been a while. You guys already know what the drill is. The lucky number for gas today is 582. Phew, I don't know, guys. I've heard, or I've seen a couple posts saying that sometime in summer, gas is gonna hit 650 average. I know some places already are, but average 650, that means the highs is gonna be 7s. What's going on? All right, before we get out of here, since you can't actually see it and you can't really tell other than just by feel, this car actually has a stage 2 clutch. To me, it's a lot more heavier, but there's a little less play in the grab, so you have to be a little bit more precise. I'm still trying to get used to the car anyway. It's probably like only my 5th time driving the car, but we're gonna put some work into this thing. Now, another thing that you guys may not be able to see or feel is the air conditioning. The one reason, or one of the main reasons why I bought this car, being that it's very old, I was like, if it's old, it better have AC still. And thank God the AC system still, like, it still works. It blows super cold. And if this thing didn't have AC, I would definitely not have bought it. Well, we're back here again. If you guys remember this spot, this is the exact same spot where I revealed when I bought the 370Z Nismo. And again, I bought the 370 Nismo on a whim because I just got a good deal. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I just got a good deal on it. So I figured I'd buy it, make some content with it. But I really wanted the 350Z. And now that we have it in our possession, guys, I figured it was only fitting to bring it here. So let's do a quick walk around for the car. Right from the get-go, you already can see from behind, dual exhaust, not a single exhaust. A dual exhaust is the Motordyne exhaust, not the Tomei. I know everybody goes to the Tomei, but quite frankly, I really do not like the sound of a Tomei. So luckily, the previous owner already had Motordyne exhaust put on it. So we're gonna keep the Motordyne exhaust because I just love the tone of it. It's very low, very subtle, not super high pitch raspy like a Tomei. and I just love this part. So also, let's go ahead and go under the hood real quick, because there are some minor stuff done. Also, there is a carbon fiber wrap on this. Our friend Justin tried to carbon fiber wrap it. Did pretty well on it, but this is gonna have to go soon. Also, the roof at the top and the pillars over here, it's all wrapped in black, so you can kind of tell the difference between the satin and the gloss black. And then of course you got the glossy carbon wrap, but let's go ahead and open. Gosh darn it. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just going to open this with my hand, but we do have a still-in intake. There's also a plenum spacer, and yes, we're still missing the spout to the reservoir of the windshield washer fluid, so we're going to have to work on that later. Also, right here, this is a small little piece that, you know, I notice a lot of guys do this with their Z's, is that they kind of continue the line of the hood and wrap or put a little cap for this part of the headlight, but eventually that's gonna go. Also, we have the actually, let's back up a little bit. Here we go. We also got the Nismo Type 2 front bumper. It looks super clean. Originally, part of the deal, guys, and I'll share this with you, originally I was supposed to not buy the car, or not, how do I say it? When I made the deal to buy the car, originally I didn't want to get the Nismo Type 2 bumper because I figured I didn't need it. But after doing numbers and I ended up looking at it, I was like, I ended up wanting to buy the Nismo Type 1 front bumper, but then we're gonna end up matching, like legit matching with our friend Justin. So I didn't want to end up doing that, especially because he has the work wheels as well, with the chrome lip. So I literally did not want to look exactly the same. So I told him, you know what, I'll give you a little bit more money, and then I'm just gonna keep the front bumper. But we got that. Also, it has like these little canards over here, and that thing makes it look a lot more aggressive. One thing that I do really appreciate, and to me I just like, is that a lot of times these struts do fail, but luckily like it still works and it's super strong. So and the rear hatch is kind of heavy, so still works all good. Rear is still very, very clean. Interior is pretty much clean all throughout, so that's a plus. Going to the inside, I don't want to sit inside, but take a look. Nice shift knob. Everything in this car is still freakishly clean, guys. Like the seats are still intact, the dash is not cracking at all. For a 06 350Z, like it looks way nicer than the interior of the GTR at home. So that is a huge plus. I know a lot of guys change out their steering wheel, but being that this is still in good condition, I'm most likely gonna keep the steering wheel OEM. We also have this car painted in satin black. It is custom painted, it's not wrapped. The only pieces that are wrapped are the ones that I mentioned earlier, but this car is painted in satin black, and this thing looks super sinister, like crazy sinister. And I don't know if I want to keep it like that black, but it's pretty badass. And also the car is sitting a little bit lower than stock. Maybe the custom wheels do kind of not show it, but this car is sitting on white line drop springs, so it's still utilizing the OEM struts, but the ride quality is still really good. And honestly, I know this may sound bad, but the suspension on this car feels like 10 times better than the 370Z Nismo that we used to have. I think utilizing the drop springs is a good budget friendly way to kind of, you know, optimize the stock struts, but this thing rides super clean, way better. So we got the Wedge wheels. They are 235 fronts and 255 rear Toyo tires, and the best part about the deal that I got on these wheels is that these things were barely even used. Like the traction on these tires too, it's so much better. The previous wheels that we had were Justin's old wheels, which were the Advans with the Yokohama tires, but tread wear, it was wearing down. So luckily, part of the deal was if I was to buy this car, I was not gonna get wheels. So I told Justin, I said, hey, if I can find wheels for this car, I am not taking his Advan wheels, because just the gold on this car with the black, I was just like, I don't know. These have upgraded brakes as well. Also, the little emblem for the Z, that thing was also painted in black to match this whole murdered, sinister look for the car. What else? Oh, one more thing. And this may not be too much of a mod, but another thing that I do appreciate about this car is that these fenders, they're virgin fenders. And when I say virgin fenders, it means none of these fenders were touched, cut, ripped, rolled, none of that. It's still stock fenders. A lot of guys, especially when they go stance or they try to put the car super low to the ground, they start rolling the fenders, and these are still virgin fenders. It's all still OEM fenders, which I really do appreciate about this car. If there's one thing I love about coming to this place, guys, is that it's so nice and peaceful up here. I just had to bring this car here because of nostalgia. Also because, if you guys didn't know already, this area right here, like all the way down that street, down here, going down that way, like this is the exact spot where I learned how to drive stick. Like, we used to come late at night, we used to come right after school, all those stuff, and it just had to make sense. And I think for how many times I'm ever gonna buy another car and I'm gonna review it on the channel, I'm probably gonna do it here. It just makes sense for me. So let me know what you guys think about the build. That's pretty much it of the car so far. Now, there are some minor bodywork stuff that I want to do to the car. No, we're not going to cut it up. I know we cut up the GTR, but we're not going to cut this car up yet, I would say. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff already done to it, and it's already a good start for it. There's some other mechanical stuff that I do want to address as well, so that's another thing that I'm gonna have to do for this car. There's other things that I do want to source for this car. It might be kind of hard. Also, if you guys already saw the interior for this part of right here of the rear, I think these is like the rear strut tower brace or whatever, that's missing the cover, so I do want to source that as well. Just some minor stuff that we're gonna have to do. I'm pretty sure I forgot something. Oh, see, I did forget something. Now, this part right here, some interior pieces of the 350Z was painted black, so that just super clean. And we also have Apple Play installed with the Alpine deck, which is a plus because, you know, just make things a lot easier since I am an iPhone user. But I think that's going to be pretty much it, guys, for the walk around. I don't think there's other stuff that I have to mention about it so far. Again, it is a very good start, but gotta add my touch, you know, like what makes it me, you know. Already when we put on the wheels, I sent some pictures to our friend Justin, and he was like, bro, the car looks so different now. And the fact, another fun fact that I forgot to mention as well is that I'm the third owner of this car. Usually for a car like this, this thing will go through a handful of owners, but the first two owners was our friend Justin, and then the guy before him was actually his neighbor. So literally this car sat in the same area for all its life, and then now it's with me. So just knowing the fact that this car was barely driven hard, that's a good plus. 70 something thousand miles, which is another plus. So we got our work cut out for us, guys, but we gotta add our touch to it. And the summer heat has kicked in. It's about midday. Another thing too, wait for it. Every time I start the car, it shows a Cobra, like the Shelby Cobra. I thought that was cool. I don't know if that's just custom for the deck, but I thought it was cool because one day, guys, mark my words, we're gonna own a GT500. May not be soon, but one day we will. And we're back home, guys. I figure since, you know, we started the video with putting on the new license plate frame for the 350Z, might as well end it. Actually, yeah, that's gonna be hard to take off. Hold up. All right, what was I saying? Yeah, since we started today's video with putting the new license plate frame for the 350Z, I figure we get rid of this old Nismo one and start adding the new stuff. Man, look at that. I know I'm gonna get the website up soon, guys, but just a quick look at it again. At the definitive with the model of Stay Driven. Now, if you guys want to get early access before I launch it on the actual definitive website, DM me or DM definitive on Instagram, and I'll find a way to get it out to you. And yeah, wow, not gonna lie, this license plate frame for the Nismo one is super freaking heavy. All right, I know this needs to be cleaned too, but let's get this on. And just like that, guys, dang, that looks good. She's gonna need a little cleaning, but with the new definitive license plate frame, love it. I guess I'm just gonna end today's video here. I gotta go to work. I know it's a short video, but I really wanted to get a full walk around with the Z. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the Z. What do you guys want to see done to it? I'm open to all different type of suggestions. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, you guys are all called to be great in your own way. Follow Definitive on Instagram, and most importantly, stay driven.